Hey guys, this is Fake Tofu. So in my last shard opening video, I pulled Mountain King, and while I was initially unimpressed with his kit, a lot of you guys messaged me telling me that he's pretty good and not to sleep on him. So I decided to actually build him up and test him, and I have to admit that I was completely wrong about my initial impressions about Mountain King. He is in fact a pretty good legendary champion, and what he does really well, and that is Arena. All of his skills target only one enemy, but he is a great single target nuker. He is inherently really tanky as well, so he's basically a one-hit wonder in Arena. Now, he does have a lot of flaws. He's completely useless in my opinion for dungeons, clan boss, and campaign. And while you can get through campaign and dungeons with him, the problem is he's a really slow champion and will get you really long runs. He's also very susceptible to CC. Any kind of stun, sleep, freezes will essentially shut him down. He has no utility besides hitting really hard and no CCs at all. And another downside is he requires really good gear to get really good. I do believe that once Faction Wars is up for Dwarves, he will be great at that, but until then, his only use is pretty much Arena. Now I have him built mostly for HP, crit damage, and attack. I did test him out with gloves for attack damage and HP percentage, both of which did not give me as much damage as I got with crit damage. And for his chest plate, I tested out HP as well. It did not give me as much damage as with attack percentage. And I was lucky enough to have a 60% HP boot. I opted for this rather than speed boots because my gear all rode pretty good speed substats. So I essentially have boots built in all my gear, so I didn't need speed boots, giving me a big boost on his HP. For his jewelry, I have HP on the ring. I have crit damage for his amulet. I also tested out HP, and once again, it didn't give me as much damage output as I would have liked. The only thing I do want to eventually switch out is his banner. One thing I do recommend building on Mountain King is resistance. Like I said before, CC pretty much shuts this guy down, so you don't want him to have any kind of CC put on him. Now right now I only have 152 resistance. I can get that up to above 200 with Razin as the leader. He gives 80 resistance to everyone on the team. However, that's still not enough to resist most skills in Platinum Arena. My goal is to build up my Great Hall 4 Force Champions to bump that up, but it is a really big investment. So as of right now, my resistance is a little bit low, and he does get CC'd a lot, which is unfortunate. But that is about the only thing I would change on him. Don't have him booked at all, so I'm actually surprised about his damage output without any skill books. I do believe once I get him booked, he will be even crazier in his damage output. I did opt for a Avenging set because I do want to get as many hits out as possible. I believe if he can hit the enemy, he can pretty much kill them in one hit if they're squishy enough. For his masteries, I did opt for this one here, Deterrence, which gives them 20% to counterattack an enemy when they apply stun, sleep, or freeze on an ally. With Torment out and freezing everybody left and right, I think this is a really good mastery to have on Mountain King. I didn't opt for Retribution because of his high HP. It's really hard for him to take 25% of his max HP from a single hit. It's pretty rare when that happens, so I didn't want this mastery on him. And I went for Helm Smasher. It doesn't give me consistent damage, but when it lands, it hits really hard. I do think I might switch this out for more resistance, but I do have to test them out further. So let's go ahead and test them out in Arena. So let's go ahead and show what Mountain King can do in Arena. I did happen to fall out of Platinum tier while I was at work, but that's no big deal. Just gotta win a few rounds and I should be back in there. I'm gonna go ahead and try and win all 10, but that might not happen because I see a lot of Torments and that does shut Mountain King down real good. I'm gonna swap out Arbiter for Razin for that extra resist. I did say it was 80 earlier, but it's actually 90, which is even better. Hopefully this will help my Mountain King not get frozen by Torment, but we shall see. Alright, so that was his Avenging set, and that one was his Mastery. So that's 2 procs on his counterattack, which is pretty good. And Torment is a really high defense character, so he can't one-hit him, but wow, okay, so as you can see, I haven't even gone yet. Well, actually, that was his provoke, but I did manage to get Torment to proc his revive, which is good. And there you go, that's another proc on his counterattack. But I do want to be able to use one of his skills, so hopefully he doesn't get frozen. Should I provoke? I'm just gonna provoke for the hell of it. Alright. Okay, so even with the resistance, I am still getting frozen, so that's not good. Like I said, CC pretty much shuts them down. Even though I did proc a lot of counterattacks, what I really want to do is be able to use his A2. That pretty much nukes. I do want to get rid of Arbiter, but this Big Un is doing way too much damage. Alright, so there you go. That did proc his mastery on the ignore defense, which is good. I was able to one-shot Big Un. Now I'm gonna have to take this Arbiter down so it doesn't revive his champions. Alright, nice. That was another proc on the counterattack. A really bad thing about having Immortal set is the chance of proccing Torment's freeze. Hopefully this will kill Arbiter. His A2 does do the most damage. Yeah, so sometimes if they have too much defense, it doesn't really kill him in one hit. But let's go ahead and get this guy down. Ooh, okay. Let's remove these buffs. Alright, so Arbiter was able to revive. This isn't looking good. I don't think I'm going to be able to win this. Yeah, so this Torment is just freezing my team way too much. There's just really not much I can do. I'm going to need to kill Big Un again. With this A1, he's still able to do it, but not quite as effectively. If Big Un was at full health, I probably wouldn't have been able to kill him in one hit with this A1. Alright, that's awake. Torment's dead. Revive again. Yeah, so I'm definitely not going to win this, so let's go ahead and just, well, let's go ahead and show his A3 real quick. Alright, so Arbiter with that. Alright, so did not beat this guy. I should definitely be able to win this one. So this team doesn't have much CC, so that way my Mountain King can pretty much wreck shop on his team. Alright, let's go ahead and remove the buffs on Arbiter and get rid of her first. Alright, well, that's a pretty bad example just because Arbiter's already at half health. I'm just going to go ahead and A1. I'm going to save his A2 and A3 for Sir Nick. Alright, so his A3 is going to penetrate this block damage. And there you have it. He was able to one-shot Sir Nick, but that's of course because Razin was able to apply his weaken and decrease defense. But nonetheless, his damage is insane. Now I'm hoping to be able to one-hit Rashard with his A2, but let's see. Alright, 79,000. Even if Rashard was at full health, I believe that would have been able to take him down. See, Mountain King did do the most damage, of course. But this was a 3-man team, so that wasn't fair. Trying to see if there's any teams without a Tormund, but pretty much everyone has one. Let's try and beat this one. Wow, so I'm pretty lucky that none of my guys got True Feared. I think because I had Razin as the leader, the resistance on my team was just too high. Let's go ahead and provoke the enemy team. Alright, so far so good. Let's throw in another provoke. And let's just get everyone's turn meter down. Alright, so I'm going to go after Razin first, just because Tormund has the revive. I don't want to hit Molly or Harvest Jack just because of the counter infinity. That is a really big weakness for Mountain King. Anytime he goes against counter infinity, you have that chance of a weak hit, and he's not going to be able to one-hit them in that situation. Okay, 35,000 isn't too much, but he was able to kill Razin. There goes another counterattack proc. Let's try and kill this Tormund now. Alright, so Mountain King was put asleep even with the high resist. Alright, we do have to get rid of this Molly, but this Tormund is really getting annoying. So let's try to kill him first. Alright, another counterattack. Another counterattack. Okay, so I might as well kill Molly first, just because she's about to die. I don't want her using Revive again. But let's see if I can even get a turn in with Mountain King. Okay, so he was frozen again. Alright, hopefully we can kill this Molly before And my Razin dies. Yikes. Okay, good. Okay, so let's kill this Tormin. And let's work on Razin next. And now I'm just gonna put it on auto. Let's see how much Mountain King can do with this. So his A1 was a weak hit, so it didn't do much damage. Alright, that time was also another weak hit, but I did get the ignore defense on him. Alright. So I'm just go ahead and bite the bullet and increase my resistance. I want to see how much better Mountain King is if he's not constantly CC'd. Let's see how high I can get this. 40. Okay, so I need to win 2 more, or 3 more actually. But that should bring my Mountain King up pretty high. 182 plus the 90 from Razin, that's 272. Not quite 300. And once again, if I got that banner with the resistance, he'd pretty much be unstoppable in terms of CC. But pulling a resistance banner in Spider, it's pretty hard. I'm gonna have to farm it for probably a couple weeks before I'm able to pull that, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and jump back in arena. Let's go ahead and just go down to the next one. Hopefully with that extra resistance, I'm not gonna get frozen anymore. Did get provoked. Alright, let's provoke him back. So their Kymar has high resistance. Or maybe not. 2 procs on, or 1 proc on counterattack, that was just provoke. Alright, let's get provoke up. Good, okay, so he's not frozen that time. I typically go for Arbiter first, just so they don't revive. And most of the time, he is able to one hit with his A2. Alright, let's get this Kymar out of the way. Turn meter. Okay, I'm not sure if the resistance is coming into play or I'm just getting lucky on the freezes. But let's still get rid of Tormin first. Huh. I'm surprised that did such little damage on this Tormin. I wonder if he has really high defense. Okay, didn't get frozen again. So I think the resistance is helping. So that time his A1 did more damage than his A3. That's kind of weird. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on auto just to finish this up. That was a pretty good hit, 45,000 damage with his A1. And it was a counter infinity, so that's pretty good. Alright, let's see if I can kill this team. Okay, so Venus has high accuracy. He did get... Okay, he's getting debuffed pretty hard. Yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything against this team. Pretty much has me locked down. Not good at all for Mountain King. Let's see if I can still one-hit this Arbiter. Alright, so 73,000, really good. But now he's dead. I'm hoping my Molly survives so I can revive Mountain King. Alright. Let's get him back up. Throw up this Provoke. Let's see if we can one-shot Venus. Ooh, not quite. That time his Ignore Defense didn't proc. So that's not good. And I think this Venus has really high defense. Okay, so he's still getting frozen from Torment from the Immortal set proc. I'm guessing this Torment has well over 300 accuracy. Alright, so that was the Vegging set. Okay, so let's try and kill Torment first, so I don't get frozen. But alright, there's no way I'm gonna win this. And there you go. Okay, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit and just go ahead and refresh. Wow, okay, so I'm not gonna do this one yet. That's free points. Let's go ahead and try and see what we can do against this team. Huh. Mountain King's already frozen. Man, so everyone near Platinum has really high accuracy, and that's pretty much why I'm stressing the resistance. I don't even know if having 300's able to make him immune to most debuffs. The accuracy on these guys is just crazy. Alright, so it's pretty much going to be able to kill this guy. And let's go ahead and put it on auto. Wow, this team is really, really squishy. And he is frozen again. Huh. So as you can see, that frozen lockdown's pretty annoying. I mean, not just on Mountain King, but on everybody on my team. Alright. Nice. 25k with no Ignore Defense proc. That's pretty good. Alright, and let's go ahead and just do one more. Wow, and no frozen procs for the enemy team. That is unfortunate. Yeah, so Torments are pretty much Mountain King's worst nightmare. Which is funny because they're both dwarves, but I guess they don't get along. Alright, okay, let's go ahead and kill Arbiter. Nice. Let's kill this Ray. Wow, that guy's doing a lot of damage. Whew. Alright, see if we can one shot. Not quite. Let's just get this shield buff out of the way. Alright, so there you have it. Mountain King is really good in Arena. Like I said, his biggest weakness really is that CC. So without the resistance banner or even a resistance chest plate, you know, if he gets locked down, you're not going to be able to do much with them. 182 is really low, but even with the leadership from Razin bringing it up to 270, it's not enough to resist most debuffs once you're up there in gold 4 and platinum. But I am wondering how much higher I need to push this to make him resistant to most debuffs. That's gonna require more testing, but as of right now I am still pretty impressed with how good he is for just being able to single target enemies. Maybe in the future, if I have enough skill books, I'll book him. But as of right now, I'm just gonna leave him as it is. But yeah, there you have it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Go ahead and join my Discord if you want to talk about Raid, and I'll see you next time.